Anybody? John? Matt Reid.
The hard and fast of football is that you have to kind of put yourself as a stronger candidate or position for a starting spot than the players around you. What is it about your game that you hope long term will prove that you can be a starter?
Well, I think I offer an out-and-out number 9. Obviously, I wouldn't class myself as similar to Harry Kane. We're different players, and I tend to just play down the middle. I feel like I can score goals. So yeah, I'm just hoping that I stay fit, in form, and get some opportunities.
Okay, Pete.
Cal, do you see Thursday as an audition, if you like, to show Gareth what you can do to play in the Croatia game and feel that you're selected proper, if you like?
Well, I'd say I've been auditioning all season, to be honest, at my club football. I've been working hard to try and impress the manager, both club football and international level, to get myself here. So yeah, I'm trying to train well, and hopefully that will get recognition, and I'll get a game at some point.
And out of interest, where were you in the summer when England played Croatia, and what was your reaction to that game?
Yeah, I was on holiday with my family, and yeah, I watched it, and I was just like a fan, disappointed to obviously see the team lose, and it felt like we was going to go all the way,
Callum, what do you remember about watching Wayne Rooney in the Premier League, and just how much of an inspiration was he for you growing up?
Well, growing up as a young lad, you always watch Match of the Day, so I used to see a lot of games, a lot of goals. He's a great goal scorer, so you always seeing him pop up with goals and things like that. One that probably stands out was his goal in his earlier days. Was it for Everton? I think against Arsenal possibly, and that's what's made him really. Goals like that, overhead kicks, So watching him, players like Thierry Henry also, that's what I've been inspired to try and be like.
Callum, you know Gareth, didn't you, from the under-20s? Mm-hmm. So was that always, did you always feel you had a connection from that?
Yeah, obviously he gave me an opportunity at that level then. There's a lot's happened since then, and I think as you get older you appreciate more getting recognition for England. I think at the time when I was younger and I got called up to the 21s, a lot of players in that squad were playing in the Premier League and things like that, and I was in the Championship at the time, so you felt like you're here and they're there sort of thing. So I suppose I didn't appreciate it and feel like I was meant to be there then, whereas now, my performances in the Premier League have showed that I'm able to be here. Yeah.
There's been a few times when I guess you've been scoring goals and playing really well. You must have felt as if I've got a chance here and then not got in. Was there ever a feeling he's not going to pick me?
For me, it was just about working harder. When that didn't happen, it gives you that drive to then hit the next block of games. I think I've been lucky this sort of season so far with the amount of international breaks that we've had. It's given me a bit of time to get up to speed and hit form, and obviously try and impress each block of games, and thankfully it's worked. Yeah.
Carl, after Jamie Vardy's retirement, there's perhaps a little dearth of out-and-out number sort of strikers under Harry Kane to come in. Do you appreciate that? And is this obviously a big opportunity for you to cement that role under Harry?
Well, yeah, of course, I'd like to. I feel like I don't want to just come here and make up the numbers. I want to try and impress the manager and hopefully, like I said earlier, be here for a number of years, not just for this season. So for me, obviously Vardy retiring, disappointing for the country. Great player, and yeah, I offer sort of similar attributes to himself. Yeah.
You obviously, in terms of goals, you're not far off double figures, and hopefully for club and country. How important is it to break that barrier? Because obviously the last few years with the injuries, and you had a 20-goal season. What will it mean to get 10 goals, and what's the target beyond that?
Yeah, for me, the last few seasons have been a bit stop-start. The previous season before I got injured, I'd scored back-to-back 20+ goals both seasons. So for me, I want to get back to that level. I feel like, yeah, when you get to double figures, then it's downhill really to get to 20 rather than uphill. So as soon as you get to 10, yeah, which I'm hoping to do soon, then you can start sort of counting down the goals to hit 20 again.
And if you're able to score 20 in the Premier League or for your club, it would be a very strong chance you'd remain in the international setting, wouldn't you? If you get to those sort of figures.
Yeah, of course. I think for me, when I'm not joined up with the squad, I think that the main focus is just to focus on Bournemouth week in, week out, and I think that's what's got me here really, and that's what I'll do when I go back to my club, you know, help them, try and climb as high up the table throughout the season as we can really, and yeah, as a striker, you know, you always want to score goals.
Being realistic, there might be an opening on Thursday night, mightn't there? What would it mean to you if you were to either start or come on?
Yeah, it'd be a dream come true, you know. There's no guarantees I will get on, but I've still got probably 15, 20 people from my family and friends coming to the game to watch, you know, so it just shows sort of what they want for me, what I want for myself really, and yeah, if it doesn't happen, like I said, I keep working hard, you know. I'm not one to sort of shy away from a challenge, so I'll be making sure that I'm working hard and doing everything I can possible to get that.
Are you an England? I mean, it sounds a silly question, but are you an England fan? You know, did you ever go to Wembley to watch games sort of thing?
Do you know, I've not actually ever played at Wembley. The only time I've been there was to watch Coventry in the Checker Trade Cup. I think it was last season when I was injured, you know. Yeah. I said I'd never go to Wembley until I play for England there, you know. so I haven't actually played there yet, and if I do, hopefully it will be for England, yeah.
Died in the Wall, Coventry, I take it.
Pardon?
Died in the Wall, Coventry fan, you know.
Yeah, I was, yeah, growing up, yeah, Coventry fan, yeah.
Hey guys, anything? Paul at the back.
You would never go to Wembley if you played for England.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so as a youngster, when you're playing around with your friends, you know, you're always reenacting that you're playing at Wembley, things like that. And for me, since Bournemouth been in the Premier League, there's had opportunities where they've played against Tottenham away, and I've not actually been at the game and I've not been able to play and things like that. And even when I was at Coventry in days of playing in the conference, I always said I will play at Wembley for England, and I was disappointed actually to go, but also happy to go for Coventry. You know, they actually won that day, but yeah, I was disappointed that it wasn't there with England for the first time. But I haven't actually stepped foot down near the pitch, so hopefully that will be for my country. Yeah.
So sorry, just to check, you were a Bournemouth player at Tottenham or Wembley.
Yeah.
On purpose, didn't go?
No, I was injured, so I wasn't able to play. Yeah, so I just sort of missed out. I don't think I've ever played away at Tottenham. Yeah, so I missed out on them games. I think it's twice. So I've not been there in the cup either. So.
I guess sometimes you know a club might sort of say you want to come along, but it was very much in your mindset you didn't want to do that.
When I was injured, I tried to just stay away from the away games because it can just frustrate you even more not being able to play, but being a part of it. If you know what I mean.
Okay, Simon Hart.
You spoke about as a kid sort of reenacting England games with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any particular player you would be or try and be, or any goals you would try and kind of reenact?
No, not specific players, to be honest. You just sort of, we used to call it Wembley, the game, and it just used to be 1v1, so use your own person trying to score, and you got through to the next round, things like that, really. So yeah, I was always just myself, really, trying to be myself at Wembley, and yeah, hopefully one day that will happen, yeah.
Where was this Wembley? Was it on the playground or in the park?
Oh no, it was just in the garages near in my house where I grew up, you know, in the street, so.
Are any of those friends going to be coming to the match?
Yeah, a lot of them are from Coventry Academy as well. They were my friends so they're still my friends now, which is nice, and they'll come and watch. And I think a few of them are still playing in like lower leagues, League One, League Two, things like that. So.
You got who the clubs they play for?
Scunthorpe, Mansfield, and teams like that really. So yeah, they're the two main ones here. And Cyrus plays in the. For Fulham, but I think he's on international duty as well.
Just off on a slight tangent, but Bournemouth are one of the very few clubs in the Premier League who look down into the Championship, League One, League Two, part of their improvement. And they've brought up some fantastic players who've proven they can play at the top level.
Yeah.
What do you feel you owe to Bournemouth as a club with their mentality for looking at the young talent and the emerging talent, and to Eddie Howe for this opportunity?
I think it's massive. for English football. You know, that the players are getting opportunities from lower leagues. Obviously, the manager's great at that. That's what he's renowned for, really. Being at a club with a smaller budget, at one stage they sort of did look down to the lower leagues, and obviously, without them doing that, say players like myself wouldn't have got an opportunity, and a lot of the players in the Bournemouth starting 11 have probably come from League 2 with the club and up, so it's nice to obviously to be playing alongside them, and yeah, the manager should get all the credit he deserves for that.
And you think there are more of your teammates at Bournemouth who could be making that step? Obviously Lewis Cook's already had a bit of a taste of it, and Steve Cook playing well.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like for us to be 6th in the league, in the Premier League, it's not just, say, the attacking players who are scoring the goals, you know, it's the centre-backs keeping clean sheets, the full-backs providing assists and things like that, so it's a team effort. So a lot of our team are English, and players like Adam Smith, for example, you know, is unfortunate with his injury recently, but he'd I feel like he should have a great opportunity to represent England at some point, and think players like them. So yeah, as long as their performances are obviously doing that, then I'm sure that one day they'll get the recognition.
Just finally for me, well, this is the Wayne Rooney International again against America. If Wayne's on the pitch and the goal is scored, are there any plans to specifically mark and to honour what Wayne's done for you?
I'm not aware of anything, no.